These petrifying hippo encounters will give you sleepless nights and make sure you never visit the safari again. Number 5. This horror-stricken encounter takes place in Vale Water, South Africa after these men's vacation suddenly turned into a living nightmare. The video begins with a group of men enjoying what appears to be a beautiful sunny day on the safari, watching a hippo do its thing from a safe distance.
Ja.
Ja. Ik denk daai
Vlak bietjie sak.
Kyk of ons hom hier kan in.
After a few seconds, the men suddenly realized the hippo behind them wasn't just doing its thing, rather, it was slowly approaching them.
Sal jy sê as jy kan ry?
Despite realizing this, they keep a close distance and continue watching the curious animal until things take an unexpected turn. Fortunately for the men, they were able to speed away just in time. Number 4. This terrifying encounter takes place at a river in northern Mozambique called the Laguenda, where a group of tourists were suddenly attacked by a highly territorial hippo. The video begins with the group trying to navigate their way along the narrow river.
Hippo for sure, yeah. I just can't.
They stay in the same place for a few minutes talking to themselves while someone in the background records their adventure.
No.
However, what the kayakers didn't know was that they were paddling their kayak in a hippo-infested part of the river. But that's not the only thing. They were also unaware that there was a territorial hippo in their midst looking for the perfect opportunity to strike. In the blink of an eye, an angry hippo sprung out of nowhere and attacked one of the kayakers, almost capsizing his kayak. Fortunately for him, the hippo didn't quite get his attack right, nor did he seem interested in taking a second bite at any of the kayakers before swimming away. The group, who were now scared for their dear lives, wait for the hippo to leave the vicinity before continuing their adventure. In the end, they have a good laugh about it, but they know things could have been much worse. Here is a piece of advice. If you ever find yourself in this kind of situation, you don't have to paddle faster than the hippo chasing you. Just make sure you paddle faster than the slowest member of your group. Number 3. In this nail-biting experience, a couple on vacation had a close shave with death when an enormous hippo suddenly started chasing their boat. Will the hippo catch up to them, or will they meet a nasty end? Let's find out. The clip begins with a couple observing two large hippos swimming from what you can presume as a very safe distance.
What exactly are you people up to?
One of the hippos, who notices the couple initially, dives underwater, but this was all a ploy for what was about to happen next.
Where's coming for us?
The hippo started chasing the speedboat while moving at an incredible speed.
Oh my god.
The hippo eventually realized it was chasing a lost cause before disappearing under the water. The couple escaped this one, but imagine the engine suddenly broke down while they were laughing. Wonder what their reaction would have been. Number 2. This scary double encounter between a hippo, a pack of lionesses, and a truck will give you nightmares. What happens next and who will succumb to the other? Let's find out. This terrifying and yet unusual encounter takes place at the Kruger National Park in South Africa. It all started when Dean Grant decided to take his family to the park hoping to see some wild cats. Little did they know, they would be witnessing something much more.
Oh man, you flipping.
While driving through the park, a pride of lionesses and some teenage cubs suddenly jump out of nowhere, attacking a hippo, who appears to already be succumbing to its fate. However, the hippo was not going down without a fight. While trying to fight off the pride that had now surrounded it, the frustrated and angry hippo decided to take its anger out on the car directly in front of it, whose driver had not done enough to move away from the fight scene. Unfortunately, the video ends there, and what happens after that is unknown. But it appears that the pride would eventually get the better of the hippo and have a wonderful and well-deserved night. Who do you think wins in a fight between a hippo and a lion? Number 1. In this terrifying encounter, an angry hippo charged at a group of tourists who were sitting comfortably in their truck. What happened next will leave you biting your nails in fear. At a national park in Africa, a group of tourists were in their truck watching a hippo swim, with some members of the group taking pictures of the wild animal. Everything initially seemed normal, but what they didn't know was that they were about to witness the scare of their lives. Hippos are very territorial animals, and unknown to the tourists, they'd piss it off by getting way too close to where it was comfortably swimming. None of them could have expected what was going to happen next. An angry hippo charged at the tourists, hoping to tear one of them apart. However, the driver was quick enough to anticipate the incoming danger and move as fast as possible away from harm. The hippo eventually gave up the chase and returned back to swimming in its pond. The tourists, on the other hand, have a good laugh after that scary encounter. But were it not for the driver who was quick enough to anticipate danger, it could have been a different story. Do you think a hippo can catch up to a moving truck? So, what do you think about these petrifying encounters? Have you had a similar chilling experience you'd like to share? Please do so in the comments section, and see you in the next nerve-wracking adventure.